The Tonight Show, starring Johnny Carson. Johnny's guest host this week is Garry Shandling. This is Doc Severinsen along with the NBC Orchestra, inviting you to join Garry and his guest, Angie Dickinson.
And, of course, she's very funny and very attractive, and she's Angie Dickinson, and she's here tonight. Now, before you speak, because supposedly your voice is very bad, you look great, and thank you for coming on, and you can really just sit there if you like and not say anything. You can signal me, you can do whatever you like. How are you feeling?
I feel fine. Isn't this awful?
It is awful. It's not going to work. It's not... No, this is like in the truest tradition where the show must go on, and you, of course, are doing it under the worst possible circumstances because... Would you like to sing something, Doc?
I don't...
Would you guys like to hear Angie sing a little number? What do you know? What could you sing tonight?
I can sing. Hi. I really apologize, and I called and said I'll be happy to come on the show because nobody ever explains why we didn't make it sometimes. But last night, it just left me. And so Freddie DeCordova said, well, come on over anyway, and we'll try to cure it on the show. But it's not getting cured, so I'm sorry. Bear with me. Be as funny as you like.
Well, I have some Vicks Vapor Rub. If I could just, maybe I can... Can I put some on? Can I help you out? Wait a minute.
It's not a chest cold. It's just...
Well, let me be the judge of that. We went to the trouble of getting a vaporizer. My mom, now, if the steam gets to you, we don't want your...
I think I'm already gotten
This, I'm
to...
sure, is reading like it's supposed to, isn't it? Are we seeing steam on there? No, well, there is steam coming out of here, trust me.
Good enough for me.
Is it good enough for you? My mom used to put this vaporizer on.
Oh, there it comes.
Yeah, and say, oh, this will make you feel better, and it would steam up the room to, like, the humidity would be 250%. You'd wake up in the morning, there's rubber tree plants growing out of your room, and your cold is gone and you have malaria. It's a wonderful... We don't, sir, I'll tell you what, I'll set this right back here, and this will help you.
I think they're fine, except they don't get you ready in time for the Tonight Show.
No, that was really sweet of you.
Get you cured. Well, if you can bear with it, I'll just be quiet. It's a man's dream. and we'll let Garry ask all the questions, and I won't have to answer them.
Well, now, we should know, I mean, you're not in pain or anything, are you? I mean, this isn't like we're taking advantage of you in some awful way, is it? It's just your throat, and actually you feel probably like you could go out and play a round of golf, right?
It's actually going to be poker.
Do you play poker?
Yes, and we have a game tonight, and you just don't drop out of a game, because then they don't have a game. So I'm going to have to keep this going for another few hours. Is that all right?
You know, You look great. Do you play poker with, is this like a celebrity game? Can you tell us the names of the people involved, if that's indeed the case?
It's better not to.
Yeah, is this an illegal game, sort of?
No, but we don't want people trying to get into our game. So we keep it quiet and, no, it's just a good game. But really, you know, if you have 7 players, 1 draw, or 6 is the least, you can't just, you know, not show up at a poker game. Easier to not show up here. What's the matter? What? They understand when we're sick here. They just don't tell the home audience why we're not here. But I'm not sick. I'm going to have to watch this tonight and find out what I said. I'm sorry. Anyway,
that's how
it doesn't hurt.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
It doesn't hurt.
Okay, that's good. That's good, because it really, I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. This is, again, so sweet of you. Are you dating anybody now?
Gosh, this is really bad.
Sort of the same technique I've used many times myself. Sort of exactly the same technique I've used myself. You just go.
It's just...
But you've gone out with some very kind
I can laugh, but I can't talk.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. It's better. You don't want the audience talking at you. I prefer laughter. I've had them talking back at me. Now, you've, of course, dated some very powerful men and many celebrities, haven't you?
Yes.
Dad,
you get old enough, you finally have a long list.
So you think it's just a matter of experience and whatnot?
No, I'm just trying to head you off till we run out of time.
Is it awkward for you now? I feel awkward and never know quite what the line is when I'm on TV and people say, "Well, are you in a relationship? Aren't you?" And I never know where do you draw the line? Seriously.
In answering or in asking?
Yeah. Well, we know where the line is in asking. You're not going to ask, but in answering.
In answering. Oh, I just don't tell what I don't want to tell. That's where I draw the line.
Yeah, just an instinctual situation.
Well, stubbornness.
You were admitted into this is a big thing. It was in USA Today, which is appropriate. Angie Dickinson was inducted into the North Dakota Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, that's where the Babe was inducted, if I'm not mistaken. Babe Ruth, also in the North Dakota Hall of Fame? Okay, now... Thank you so much. Now, it says here, if I may quote you, that you said you would never go back to North Dakota after you've left because, and you said, I made a mistake, quote, I was a smartass and regrettably stupid at the time.
That's true.
In a land far, far away.
Yeah.
No. Now, what is the situation there?
I did say, when I first came into show business, they said, have you gone back to North Dakota where you're from? And I said, are you kidding? Or something like that. And I was very, very smart-ass to say that because I went back 2 weeks ago, and it is so extraordinary and so beautiful. The people are wonderful. And so I don't know, but I know that every time you say the North Dakota Hall of Fame, it's a bigger laugh than Reagan's thing. And I don't know why. And when I got to Peoples in Fargo, said, when you get back with Johnny, tell him not to pick on us. It's a wonderful state. Let's all go tonight after the game.
After the game. Now, there are some other people from some other famous North Dakotans. North Dakotans?
I suppose. Where are you
I suppose.
from,
I'm from Tucson, Arizona.
I love Tucson. Oh.
They don't have a Hall of Fame, but they have a room of popular people. I don't know what that means, quite what that means. But
we do.
Peggy Lee and Lawrence Welk are also from North Dakota.
Eric Severide.
Well, there you have
and
it.
Roger.
So if you folks don't know what to do this summer, of course, make it up to that North Dakota Hall of Fame. See where they have tapes of Eric Severide and whatnot?
You know, everyone should drive through North Dakota once at least and get down on their knees and thank the people who live there and maintain that state, because it's, for us, most of us live in major cities, to see all of those vast expanses between cities is awesome, and it's really lovely. And I apologize to all of you for ever saying anything bad about it.
And we'll be right back after this break. Stay tuned. Now we've got... Angie, I'll take your hand. Now you're feeling better already, aren't you, that you're here? This is sort of therapeutic in a way, isn't it? Once you get here, you forget that you're sick and you just feel wonderful again?
Being with you always does that for me. I've been on with Garry before as the host, and I think you've been on when I've been one of his guest
That's right.
appearances. So we go way back 5 or 6 years.
Way back 5 or 6 years, so my list isn't as long as yours. Now.
Congratulations on your Showtime show.
Oh, that's nice of you to say.
Great.
Thank
it's
you.
Wonderful.
Thank you. You should come on sometime, really, when you're in a body cast.
I know.
Now. No, of course, I would never have you on when you're ill, but it's the Tonight Show, and they go to the hospitals, and we recruit people to come on instead. Now, what did you do, have you been doing during the strike? Of course, everybody's sort of been sitting around not knowing what to do. What did you do?
Yeah, well, I took advantage of it and got into my gardening. Because gardening takes an awfully long time. You just get started, planting your begonias and you get a job. So this time I've got lots of begonias growing. I have it's been so long, I have found out where those gardeners blow all those damn leaves. They're all in one spot, piled high. They grow. You know the little prince, the baobabs?
Pardon me?
The baobabs, is that the name of it? It's a tree that just takes over the world. Okay, that's my leaves, and so it's been well spent. They like that. One woman up
we
there
did
loved
exactly
that
the
story.
same thing during the strike. Exactly the same thing. Well, I always think they should take one of those leaf blowers and just sneak up behind a guy, slip a jetpack on him. When he goes to hit those leaves, he just takes off.
Yeah.
Anyway, I know you can't stay because you're not feeling well. It's been super that you've been on, and I really appreciate you. If I can ever reciprocate, you let me know.
Thanks for tolerating
Give Angie a hand. Stay tuned. We'll be back with some people who feel very well.